Podcast!
Welcome back, Mosh Pit Podcast. We are here with Shane Torres.
What's up, pal? How are you?
Doing great. My second comedian I've ever had on the podcast.
Who was the first?
Kente Scott. He's from Oakland, but he lives down in L.A.
Okay.
He has his own little comedy thing he does down there as well. I forgot where at, but he's a really, really fun guy. He's been around the scene for a while. I think he's did some stuff with Eddie Murphy and stuff like that. But having you on as my second, and I told my friends, they're like, it must be nice having this established, because I'm mostly with bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At their shows, doing this. So it's just I wanted to get in the comedy scene because bands always ask me, where do you get your inspiration from? And mine is Two Bears, One Cave, all of YMH stuff. And
yeah.
I also I actually just started listening to your new podcast, Coastal Idiots.
The one with Catherine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
That's a fun one. I like how you guys did that one because not a lot of people try to when it comes to podcasting, it's a lot of the kind of the same thing. With your first episode, I loved it because you guys went out to the thrift shop.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of. We trying to do create some scenarios that are a little more than dialogue. I guess a little more involved than just interviews and guests, which is great. But I think you have to give people something different if you want something to lift off. Catherine and I are both very good comics, I think. I just think it's probably going to be pretty hard to get a huge guest out of the gate and to kind of crack the charts without being associated with something else. Or so we just we decided really more than anything we wanted to create something that was a little bit left of center. Yeah. So that's kind of what the tone of the podcast is. It gets pretty weird.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love how, the voicemails and
Oh, thanks. Yeah. We're doing the voicemails. We're doing some kind of weird scenarios and sketch things that kind of piss people off. It's fun. We've gotten a lot of grief for it from people.
Really?
Well, just being you want us to do what? And we come up with a crazy idea or whatever. Yeah.
Where do you guys film that at?
I fly out to Los Angeles and we do. We do them in batches,
Awesome. I love seeing it. I can't wait to see. Because are you guys doing weekly episodes? Or are you guys?
Yeah, we are doing weekly episodes.
Weekly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch the next one.
Coastal Idiots.
Coastal Idiots. I'll put all the links down below,
thanks.
And all of his stuff will be down below as well. Because you're on tour right now as well, right?
Yeah. I just I'm never not on tour. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired, to be honest with you. But yeah, I got to see San Jose last night, and we'll do the two shows tonight, and then I go up to Portland tomorrow. And I used to live there, so it'll be nice. And then we're doing a benefit show on Thursday night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It must be nice being in I bet it's nice working comfort zones in the U.S. and stuff like that, where you've been a lot and you're used to a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there's always and there's also just if you're on the road a bunch. I mean, I'm sure some of the bands you interview do this. Something being familiar is really valuable, like a space or just knowing where the shit is, not having to find a CVS, not having to look for a laundromat or whatever it kind of, having stuff be in routine or close to routine is pretty valuable. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. There's that's a big part of it. Performing, I like to do it anywhere, but maybe in Portland and other cities I used to live in or have been in a lot. I guess I'd probably have some excitement to be back there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love your the Blue Eye Mexican special. It was just awesome. I remember because when Bert, because I have autopilot when it comes to podcasts of just I'll start with this podcast
and just let it roll.
Let it roll.
Yeah.
And I remember when Bert announced your podcast with Blue Eye Mexican, I was like, oh, I gotta listen to it. If Bert,
the special,
the special, and I think the thing that I most related with you was the 2 beds in the hotel because when I heard that I was like, I've done that and my family knows I do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's that bit is I mean, I thought it was just a dumb, embarrassing thing that me and a few of my friends had talked about, but apparently it's a pretty universal.
Yeah.
I thought it was a funny thing I thought it would work as a joke, as a surprise, and talking about it that way. Mm-hmm. I did not think it would be so universal, but it's like a lot of people really get down to it. Yeah. My buddy Matt Richards, who's a great comic, he's like, I love that joke. He goes, that is my thing. I think of you when I see two beds. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I like, because like I remember first time I ever did that was in Vegas, and me and my friend were there, and she had to fly out earlier.
Yeah.
And I got
turned her bed into a picnic table.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I ordered Wingstop and got there, and I was so lazy I had them deliver it to my room, and I had like all the lights out.
Dog,
And
you must have been hungover.
Oh yeah, because I did a festival that day before, and I was only on 2 hours of sleep, and then had to take my friend to the airport. And I was just like,
yeah, I would have. No, man, I would have.
Yeah.
They would have been taking a cab.
Because also I was like, I wasn't flying back to Cali. I was gonna drive from Cali, but when I got back from the festival, I guess there was a noise complaint or something. So we got like a voucher for a free extra night.
Oh wow.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the front desk, and he's
smart.
Yeah, it must be because like being on the road.
You're fine. Sorry. That's something more.
Being on the road so much, like, yeah, I know it must be tiring because like I've had bands go like, let's go, if you want to go on tour with us to do photo and videos and stuff like that.
You do a lot of content for those guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's just, I want to get more like in the touring side, but it's just such a mental drain, especially like since when you leave, like, you're excited to leave to go on like a tour, but once you're on tour, all you're thinking about is getting home.
I mean, a lot. I understand why people feel that way. I love it, but I know, and I also feel that way sometimes. But I think my thing would be more like I would like the road to be. My biggest complaint with travel would be that I don't see enough while I'm on the road. I go everywhere, but I don't see enough. Like this is San Jose, like it's beautiful. It's like the weather's nice. This area is nice. But, like you and I will do this today, and then I'll work for a couple hours. And, we're right next to an art museum, so I might go over there for a little bit. But I won't see much of the city. And I've been here a bunch, so I know. But it would be nice to, like...
Yeah.
Ideally, what I would love to do is be at the level where I can sell out a theater for 5 nights.
Yeah, so you can
and double up and just stay in the same, or, however many are like 5 nights and stay in the same hotel. Mm-hmm. And then walk around during the day and see the city, whether it be Boston or San Jose or New Orleans or wherever I want to go. That would, like, you can be like, he's going to do 4 nights here and just kind of like chill, like, and not do an arena, I guess.
I know. I feel like that's what people don't really understand when it comes to like artists, comedians, and all that kind of stuff. Is like people always assume like, oh, you get to travel and see the whole world. It's like, yeah, we get to see our hotel rooms and like
and through a bus window, and through an airplane window.
Yeah.
But you're like getting, there are treats and there are a lot of things that are amazing about it. But if I could change something about it, it would be making it more affordable and more money, and more time. And when I figure that out, like I will, But I'm very fortunate as it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love, I think. Like, because when I honestly was really surprised when you like responded to me that quick, because I was when I hit you, I was like, hey, would you like to do one? I was about to get ready to like go through like your managers and stuff like that. I think I'm pretty good about the social stuff. I'm pretty approachable, and you were nice, which is different. Like I think some people ask for your time, and. For things like this, and you can really feel like they don't appreciate it, or like it's like there's boundaries, but like you were super nice, and I was just happened to be going through my messages at the time and like clearing shit out, so yeah. I want to get into like some stories. I always like to think of like certain stories when I like do a podcast of just like getting like the kind of like the real side of like a person I'm talking to, and like I was thinking of like stories, and I was thinking about grandparent and like great grandparent stories, like growing up with them, like what is weird shit they did.
Well, let's see. My great grandmother, I have a few like vivid memories of her. but like she was kind of like on her way out. Honestly, she looked like very old by the time I could remember her. But she would she made her own tortillas, which was great. I remember that. And then I remember one time, like the last time I saw her, my dad went to see her, took me to see her because she was kind of like on her way out. Mm-hmm. And she was just, I was like maybe 13, but probably younger. And she goes, "How many kids do you have now?" And I was just like, "Oh, this lady's fucking done." Yeah, like this. I was like, and I remember my dad being real quiet. I go, "Why?" And I kind of didn't get the gravity of the situation. And my dad I go, "Why is she asking me so good?" He goes, "She's all fucked up." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess that's my introduction to this kind of mortality." Yeah, yeah. And then I get a pretty vivid memory of that. And then I remember she was sweet, and she just looked like a typical old Mexican grandma, like, yeah. And she had she was always dressed in light colors. That's the other thing I remember about her, like light blues and stuff. But other than that, and then her hair was like a streak of gray. When like people get so old, they like their maintenance on their vanity is gone, and then they just like are like, "My haircut's like a man's because I don't want to fuck with it." Like yeah, shit like that.
I've noticed that a lot more recently with like older people that are just done. They're just retiring, and they're just like, you know what, fuck my hair.
Yeah. They get like, good for you, dog.
Yeah, I know. I want to get to that level. Yeah. I know people always go, what age do you look forward to most? I want to get to the I don't give a fuck stage age.
Yeah, I mean that could be any age though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people just.
You can really live it. Yeah. Yeah.
I've had a lot of memories of my great grandparents, but like my great grandpa is like the biggest one. He was very weird, and like two big memories of him is like I remember somebody was at our house, and he goes, "Well, let me get your phone number," and then he goes, "Well, I have a pen on paper." This motherfucker pulled out his ball sack and wrote down the person's phone number on the table. Like, he laid it on the table and was just like, "What is it?"
You got to be pretty old to have that kind of stretch in your... Yeah. That's fucking disgusting. That's so funny. Oh, God. It kind of took me by surprise. I was like, what? Yeah.
He's done that. And then when my great-grandma was dying, she died like 3 times. She would die and then come back and then die and then come back.
Yeah, they call that the rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And then my great-grandpa was on the side of his bed, or her bed, and just like the 3rd time she like came back and she was like, "Won't you fucking die, Helen?" And I was like 7 years old.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I was like, what the...
Surprised you wanted to stick around for that, That's crazy.
Yeah, my grandparents and great-grandparents were all weird. I have a really kooky family, and I'm like the first one to try to like go to chase like this kind of entertainment
off the beaten path, kind of. Yeah. Are you from here?
Vacaville, like more closer towards like Sac and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know Vacaville. Yeah.
That's where I like grew up and stuff. That's where I stay out at. But like, yeah, my family is like all like in the trades, which I do like during like the week. But, like weekends is like I go to shows, do podcasts, do photo, video, stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah. Good for you, man.
Yeah. And then like I was thinking about it, like the fattest thing. My friend and I were talking the other night, and we were both pretty high because he moved, and sometimes we'll be on the phone with each other just
bullshitting high. Yeah.
And we're just like talking about like, what's the fattest thing we think we've done? And I was like, my friend's the fattest thing he's ever done. My friend Chase, he was like, one night I was staying at his house. We were pretty fucked up. Middle of the night, I'm up a little bit, and then he gets up and he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking hungry." He like pulls his pillow up, and he had a fucking burrito under his pillow.
Oh, dog.
And I was like, we didn't even have Mexican tonight. He goes, "I don't know when this is from." And he just
Oh, that's disgusting.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's so fucking gross. Oh. God. I mean, I've definitely done stuff like that. I don't know why I'm judging. I'm a prick.
I've woken up in the middle of the night with a cheeseburger still in my hand.
Yeah,
I'm so tired.
I've been drunk enough to do that 1,000 times. That doesn't. Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's been a long few days of travel.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going, please.
Like getting into like doing like super fat things. I love talking about like that stuff with people because like people get confused, especially with bands, because that's why I like starting talking to comedians, because a lot of bands now are just like, I don't know if I'm comfortable. It seems a little too off range
to do interviews or like this.
Not like interviews. Like they just want it. They just want like this. They don't want the seriousness. They just want it to be like very like dad joke funny. They don't want it to be like get into the darker side, because a lot of artists.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a lot to ask of someone in an interview to do. I think, you know, like it depends on you know, and I think that that's really you know, a lot of people want that in their interviews, like for their, and a lot of readers and listeners and viewers will want that, I think. But for me, it's about it. Trying to be pretty genuine with it, you know, like I think that's where the best comedy comes from, and that's where the most endearing moments come from. So like sometimes you can tell some people are trying to get stuff off in an interview, and you know, trying to like do a bit or like do something that's kind of preconceived, and they're not terribly present. And by the way, I've been guilty of this before. Like, so you know, like sometimes I think people try and like share stuff like it's dark, and they're like, to me, it seems like they're not terribly invested. You know, like So I think you like naturalness and being present is far more valuable than anything else in these kind of things.
That's something I'm trying to get better at. Is like, because sometimes when I have a conversation with somebody, they just don't want to. When you can tell like a person that you're talking to doesn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
And that's when I get that's when it gets hard for me, is because like I'll be like talking
when they don't want to be there.
Hey there.
Yeah. And then that's the thing. I think if that is the case, you give them 2 more and you pull the parachute. Like there's not. You're not going to get much out of them most of the time. Well, I don't know. I'm not an interviewer, so I don't. Maybe you can, but I mean, like, I'd rather have somebody be interested. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like really happy to do this with you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Getting into like how much longer do you have left of this tour? Or are you just pretty much just always touring at this point?
I feel like it's kind of. I'm ending tours and starting new ones. You know, I do them yearly, so it's kind of like, but you know, standing with a 300-foot view of everything, I consider the tour done when the hour is done.
Yeah.
And then, you know, kind of, because you're always turning material over, so that's not exactly accurate either. So. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess by the end of the year, I would like to tape something in the fall.
Yeah.
A new special, but we'll see. You know, to see who's interested and see who wants to get in the Shane Torres business. So.
It must be hard having a shop around an hour.
Yeah, it is. But you know, like, because like, you take these things to a lot of people, and they're like, we love it, and a lot of people are like, we love it, we just don't have a place for it.
Yeah.
Or you're like a lot of times they mean it, I think, and then I think sometimes they probably don't mean it. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, like different people, but like it's cool. It's nice that they like it, but you still have to find the best path forward for it anyway. You know, like there's a lot of people who like stuff, and then they do want to work with you, but you don't want to work with them too. You know, like it goes both ways. So. Yeah, it's hard to take it around, but because oftentimes it's not just the quality of the work you made.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit of thinking.
What was like your most comfortable tour? Do you remember? Or like?
I mean, that's a pretty general question. I don't know if I have a most comfortable tour. I mean, I most comfortable is bizarre. They don't all feel the same. You know, the more you work with people, the more familiar it is. That's easy. You know, like so. Maybe I guess like people you worked with longer, you worked with them long time for a reason. You know, like so because you get along. So maybe the people I've worked with the longest, which would probably be like Bert and Kyle. But I guess maybe not either. I don't know, because there's people like you get along with right away too. You know. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's a good question though.
Because like I've gotten like I get like, I feel that too because there's bands like in my circle that I'm around is like I have a lot of people that I'm really close with where like they'll just call me and be like, hey, you want to hang out, or like, hey, we're doing this, do you want to do this? Like it's very easy communication.
Yeah.
And then when you get in, that's when you get into like the artists that are just like them. But
Yeah,
there's
there's a space for that, but like when when you're friends with someone, and when you're working with someone, then when you're on someone else's tour too. Like I think that thing of like when people are like, let's kick it. Yeah.
Do you think the comedy party lifestyle is still around a little bit?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think people are getting healthier, but like that's younger too. Like it's like, you can't be 55 and doing coke every night. Like like that's like, that shit's like that's why there's not a lot of those guys. But I don't know. Like I mean, I think it is. I think people have a different. Younger comedians seem to have a different perspective than they did when I started, which is like, I mean, I still feel like I'm a young comedian. And in a lot of ways I am. I think they're a little more removed from the partying stuff for several reasons, I think. COVID was one of them, so their habits felt differently. They develop online a lot now. Like there's less social hangs and parties every night in cities because people are intent on getting their social presence out there pretty quickly. So that's part of it too. So I think, but it definitely exists. I mean, I still, not like I used to, but I still like get after it pretty good on an occasion here or there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not it. It is not. I am better when I am like. I'm not better right away when I am not drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I am better a week later. I'm much better at comedy because my head is clear, my thoughts are strong. Yeah. Yeah. So it takes a while to get there, but I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had times where I get surprised that it's like a person I'm talking to like likes to party sometimes because, like, I was with this band. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say when because they may guess. But right after the podcast, and this is an older band, and they go right after the guitarist goes, "Hey man, do you have any Xanax or Coke on you?" And I go, "That's an interesting question to ask." I'm like, "That's very confusing though, because it's like that's a upper and a downer." I'm like, which way are you trying to go?
He just won. Are they a pretty big act?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's very funny. Yeah, I think it's definitely still there, but it's like, of course it's still there. I do it with people, but it's not. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe the younger generations of comics party a little less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not as much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going every once in a while. I go down to LA. I go like LA twice a year.
Okay.
Like I'm going back in August, and like I'm gonna do some podcasts down there. But like my friend's like, "What are we gonna do while we're down there?" And I'm like, my go-to thing is like, I go to Woody Harrelson's dispensary. They have this nice smoke lounge, and like I smoke some weed, and me and my friends go straight to the Comedy Store.
Oh, okay, cool.
To like just get a little.
Where's Woody Harrelson's dispensary?
It's called like The Woods. It's like it's almost like right around the corner. It's like not on Sunset. It's like right off Sunset. I forgot what street it's called. I'll have to show it to you.
But it's near the store?
It's near the store, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's very funny. Woody Harrelson's weed. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was very weird because I saw it first one time, and I was like, I'm going to go there. And then you didn't have to even pay to get into the smoke lounge. And it's an outdoor smoke lounge with, like, it's like a rainforest cafe for adults where you can order food and drink.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a good spot?
Oh, very good spot. Very comfortable.
Cool.
And, like, you can order food and all this stuff. And, like, yeah, it's very nice. I know Woody Harrelson is not watching, but, you know.
Yeah. I'm not in any of my interviews yet, but we'll see. Maybe this will be it. Check out The Woods.
Check out The Woods. Sponsored.
Yes, this podcast has been brought to you by the Woods. Woody. Yeah.
So I want to get back into your podcast a little bit. Like going forward, like what kind of guests are you trying to like look for to have on? Are you just trying to have anyone on this point, or are you trying to get more like comedian guests and stuff? Like
we won't have anyone on. We've had a couple of friends of mine that are musicians. I think it's more about I think there's a little bit of like, like when a famous person does your podcast, that's great and it helps a lot. Mm-hmm. But I think we don't have the opportunity to like count on that at the moment. So we have to make sometimes, maybe one of our famous friends will come and do that. And that's really generous of them to give us their time. But it is not a recipe for success in the long run, especially in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So we have to like think of like, well, what is a dumb idea and who might be good for that? And would they be a good guest? Or like, so that's kind of some of our approach to it. Yeah. Yeah. And then we, and then we're like, can we do this again? Can we create something that makes it a little more fun? Like engages people as opposed to, here comes the interview with the person right away. You know what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if that person doesn't have a big digital imprint, unless, you stumble upon something being lucky and viral, you might not have a ton of views. And plus it's more fun to be creative this way than just interview someone. Yeah. So like for us anyways.
Because that's why I look at it. Because like I just started producing my buddy's podcast, and they're two band members from two different bands that tour and stuff, and they're like had a lot of questions about how to do stuff, but they treated it right at the beginning. They started treating it like a job. Yeah. Like we need to talk to this person because they have this or that. And I said, who would you want to sit and you could chill with? Like, do you think that like even if you haven't met them or like have known them, like who would you want to sit down with and just know that even if the camera wasn't there, the mics weren't there, you want to pick their brain, or just.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Who is the subject of the interview is key. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
Because I say even if, say the interview like flops and it like doesn't get taken well, at least you know that you actually enjoyed the person that you got to talk.
Yeah, there's some that makes sense. That's a good philosophy because there seems like there's an approach there of like, well, it should go well because they like this person. Yeah. You're hedging your bets a bit. Yeah. Smart. Yeah. Yeah,
because like I'm getting like the end of this year I'll be releasing my 100th episode.
Congratulations. And just come out weekly?
Weekly, yeah. I started doing weekly the beginning of last year. And then I took a little break the beginning of this year because I did like 50 shows last year, like concerts, like going and recording and like they had radio hosts on and stuff like that. But like doing it so much and then working with all these people, I just had to take a break.
It's a lot, man. It's a one-man operation for you too, I'm guessing, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, doing all the video, all the audio, and then also producing somebody else's podcast.
Well, that's a lot, man. But there's a value in it. Like. You might strike gold one way or the other. Give yourself a couple other shovels,
Oh, yeah. I grab a lot of shovels and take a lot of opportunities, but now I have to learn how to say no sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got to figure out how to do it. Yeah, but you will. Yeah, it's all new.
Well, it was really great talking to you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I really can't wait because I'm going to see you tonight, and like it's going to be nice seeing you live for the first time.
We'll see. It's day after July 4th might be I might have to truck myself through this one. We'll see. But thank you. Yeah.
Because you had to fly yesterday?
I flew yesterday because I didn't want to travel today because I thought it might be bad. Yeah. So this is a little easier, and then I fly out tomorrow morning at like 4 a.m. So, or 6 a.m. But I got to be out of here at 4. Shit. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Everybody, go watch his special Blue Eyed Mexican down link below. He has tour dates. I'll be listening to them as well down there. And go watch his new podcast, Coastal Idiots.
Thank you.
And he's also on.
It's brought to you by The Woods, Woody Harrelson's dispensary.
This is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much, man. Appreciate you.
I'll catch you next week, Mosh Pit. Later.
Peace.